Hi everyone, Adam with etrailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Swagman Current on our 2019 Chevrolet Suburban. So this is going to be great for our e-bikes. It is going to have a 60-pound per bike weight capacity, and we can tilt this with the bikes installed. What we're going to do is there's a lever back here. We're going to lift that up. That's going to allow us to tilt. But just to keep in mind, we do have under an inch of clearance here. So be mindful whenever you're doing it. We don't want to chip away at that paint on your back hatch. But we will be able to grab whatever we need without having to remove our bikes. So if we're on vacation and we're in a gas station, you don't want to be unloading your bikes in the middle of the parking lot. That's not necessarily the most safe situation. So by doing this, you don't have to do that. You can grab whatever you need whenever you need it. And to lift it back up, it'll snap into place, letting you know it's nice and secure. So we are going to have a frame hook on both of them, and we are going to have a locking core too, so it's going to keep our e-bikes nice and safe. Also, we do have some wheel cradles on both sides, and it's going to have a little rubber bumper, which is going to protect our wheels from any scratches or abrasions. This bike rack will work with a lot of different wheel-based bikes, as these wheel cradles are going to be able to slide to accommodate for the shorter wheel widths that you have. It is relatively easy to get this bike off the rack, so let's just go ahead and do that now. I am going to start with the wheel cradles. You just press in this tab and feed them through. Just because this doesn't necessarily hold your bike upright, it just basically helps with that vertical movement. So once we get those undone, we can go ahead with our frame hook here. I do suggest putting a hand on your bike just so it doesn't fall into your vehicle. And the cool thing about this bike rack is you can actually remove these for an easier removal of your bikes. Might have to give it a little push and get those off. And if you want to take your bike directly off the back, what we could do is pull this little lever here. And if you can manage to get this center mass folded down, then you can just go ahead and lift it directly off the back. Because these e-bikes are pretty heavy. So, I do want to replace my straps. You don't really have to, it's just personal preference. And then we can either put our frame hooks back on, or we can stow them away in our back hatch. Whatever is ideal for you guys. And this longer hook does go on first. Just a note. So with any hitch mounted accessory, we are going to add a little bit of length to the back of our vehicle. In this instance, from our bumper to the furthest most point, we are going to have about 26 inches added to the back of our vehicle, but we can cut that down a little bit just by pulling the same lever that allows the tilt feature, and we can tilt it up towards our car. It will lock into place. So the closest point to our bumper is going to be about 2 inches. It's going to be these wheel cradles, and these wheel cradles, they are metal, so be sure to see if it's going to make any contact. But with our Suburban here, we're not going to have any issues. And with it folded up, we are going to have about 17.5 inches added to our bumper, and that's going to be this point right here. So looking down at our shank here, this is going to be compatible to different size hitches. We're going to have a 2-inch hitch receiver here, but we can actually take this sleeve out, and that will make it compatible with any 1.25-inch hitch. It's always nice buying a product knowing that you can put it on multiple different size hitches. So if you have multiple cars, you can put this in those 2 different sizes. It does come with an anti-rattle bolt, which takes out all that shake and play inside our hitch. And it does come with a locking core, which will match your frame hook locks up top. Well, that just about does it for our look at the Swagman Current on our 2019 Chevrolet Suburban.
Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action. This simulates turning corners or evasively maneuvering. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole or driving over uneven pavement. Once we get to the full speed bumps, we'll see the up and down action. This will be just like driving in and out of a parking lot, parking garage, or driveway.